Hey everybody, it's Coolers20 back with another review after 5 months of not making reviews. Yep, 5 months. It's been a while, but I'm back on YouTube, and today's review will be about a figure that I have recently gotten and I'm really happy to own. It is my favorite figure of all time. It is the Spider-Man Classic Superposable Spider-Man. Or you can call it a Todd McFarlane Spider-Man, either way you want to choose it. But it was actually based off of J. Scott Campbell's. But everyone agrees that it's Todd McFarlane, even I do, because look at that face. You can't tell me that's not McFarlane. You can't say it's not. Yeah, so this figure is really great. I loved it. I love it. Mine came a little broken, and I'll tell you what happened. It's on the calf. The right calf isn't really working that well. I tried some tricks to loosen it up, but it doesn't work, so I'm gonna just leave it. So leave it for now so it doesn't break. But other than that, I absolutely love this guy. This guy goes for about, I don't know, I got him for like about $100, and I think it was worth it. But some of them are like around $200. The closest you can get is one that's $130 on eBay right now, and well, as of the release of this video, and it comes with Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 Magnetic Spidey and the Spider-Man 2 Superposable Spidey, which is the same one from the Spider-Man 3 movie series, only that it has better paint apps, but the same articulation and everything. But on with this figure. This figure is just amazing. I love it. I was thinking of getting the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 2 Superposable because I saw the Spider-Man 3 and they're both the same thing, only that Spider-Man 3 has horrible paint apps. But I ended up getting this guy because I didn't think I was able to get him, but either way, I tried to get him and I did. And I'm really happy with this purchase. I contacted the seller. He's a really cool guy. I like the way he treats people and everything. He sells some other pretty cool stuff too. So he's currently selling the first appearance Spider-Man, which is a really hard Spider-Man to get. I'm just saying, like, go check him out. But let's get into the figure. His paint apps and details are amazing, and for an old figure, the seller really did keep him well. He has some paint chipping. I'll focus up for you guys. You can see some red dots around here, around the waist, here. Somewhere you don't really notice it that much, but you can see some right there on the elbow. But I've seen some figures which look worse than this. There's some on the back, and most noticeable ones that I've seen on the back is some that are right here on the bicep, but it doesn't really matter to me. There's some on his butt right there. But one thing that I really like about this figure is how it looks like he's wearing clothes, because on the back you can see that there's wrinkles and everything. It looks like he's wearing a suit. Even on his butt crack, there's some wrinkles there. There's some right there on his feet where my thumb is, some on the other foot, and there's some wrinkles right there on the thighs. It just looks like he actually is wearing a costume. And I know some people complain about how the paint is, how the black wash didn't really turn out good, but the thing about it is I actually like the black wash, because then it actually looks like he's been through a battle. It actually looks like he's been fighting in this suit for a while. It looks dirty. It looks great. I like it. The spider symbol is sculpted on there, and all the lines, even the spider symbol on the back has been sculpted on here. And you can see that on the Fearsome Foes, it has the same exact body, but it has a hole right here, and you can see how it was actually filled up here. Because you can see that there's an indent, like it looks like there was a hole, but they just filled it up there for this figure. And most of the hinges, the plastic for the hinges, are like orangey color for the red parts, and for the blue parts are like a light blue. which doesn't come out right. But in some parts of the figure, for some parts that need to use red hinges, they use blue hinges. Like here on this toe, they use the blue hinge and painted it red. And over here on the hand, you can see on the wrist it's a blue hinge painted red. And there's one right there on the other side. You can see how it's actually a blue hinge, has a little tiny red dot of paint. But overall, it's just great. So for articulation, let me focus. So I can move all the way up and down and side to side and tilt, because he has like this shifting motion going on. Move the head because it shifts. Look, watch it. It's shifting around, just around there. And he has these armpit joints which go outward and forward, and he has a shoulder joints which moves forward and out. And well, my camera's almost falling. He has a bicep swivel, double hinge elbow. He has a forearm rotation right there. His wrist can move up and down. And he has individual finger articulation, which I absolutely love. So you can have regular hand pose, fisting pose, wall crawling pose, or get on a thwipping pose. Oh, and by the way, it doesn't matter which McFarlane figure you get. If you get this figure specifically, this arm will always be warped. You see how it kind of like bends up and then goes straight? On this arm, it doesn't go like that. It just goes straight across. And I think Toy Biz actually knew that, because this finger right here, the middle finger of this hand, is actually sculpted a little straighter than the ring finger, while these two, they're both the same fingers. So I think they might have known that might have happened. So what I think that they did was that when they found out about this, was that they sculpted this a little straighter, so that when you bend the fingers, it still looks web thwipping. So it doesn't look like it's up here when he bends it, it's down here. And also I've seen my friends do this, but some other reviews do this and all that stuff, where since this is a straighter finger, they use this hand to use this pose. It's kind of funny, but still, I wouldn't see Spider-Man doing that. He has a great ab crunch, which bends really, really far compared to most that I've seen. It goes forward, upward, and it goes backward, but it's not really, I wouldn't really make it go backward, because then it gets loose. It rotates. He has a rotation at the waist, which kind of shifts. You can see how the webbing here goes up and down. That's because it's shifting inward and outward, which kind of makes the ab crunch work a little bit more, which I actually do like, because we need more posability on that. And his legs can go outward, forward. He has upper thigh swivel. He has double bend at the knee. He has a calf rotation. Mine is a little busted on this one, so I don't have it there. His feet can move down pretty far, up really far. He's a bend at the toe, and he has a ankle pivot, which doesn't really work that much, but on this foot it actually works a lot better. And the toe joint works a lot better too. It bends a lot more than the other foot. This one bends this much, and this one bends that much. So yeah, it's kind of funny how this foot is so much better than this foot, but it's broken in the calf. Overall, great figure. I really like it. I will be getting the Marvel Legends Modern Armor Iron Man from Toy Biz, which came out in 2006, I think it was. This figure came out in 2004, and you cannot have him stand on any base or flight stand, because he has no peg hole on the back and no peg hole in the bottom of his feet. Your best chance is getting a base which has the damn, which has the grabbing thing on the back, like the first Spider-Man, classic Spider-Man. So yeah, I hope you like my review, guys, and I'll see you next time. It's Cool20 signing off.